Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm sorry to hear about you, but I'm glad to see that you're up and working and doing well also. So it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely unique circumstances. I mean, I think it's a testament to why having proper healthcare available for our communities are it's just a super important thing for us. And I think that's why we're really thankful to have you here being a part of Rise for Valleywise.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe it is kind of fitting considering I think we're the infectious disease hospital for the state, and when it comes to pandemics or things like this, we're front and center, right, at Valleywise. So
Sure are. Yes. Now, just to be clear, so Bart, what I've learned about you is that you are the CEO of Clear Title Agency of Arizona. Is that correct?
yes, it is. That's yep. It's a privilege each and every day.
Well, I'm glad to hear that and really appreciate everybody's contribution over at Clear Title. I know that this is a $5,000 sponsor for the hour, so it's greatly appreciated. Now, I'd love for us to learn a little bit more about Clear Title if you have just a little something that you'd like to share with us.
Yeah, sure. Be happy to. So I started the company about 15 years ago, focused in the traditional sense on providing title and escrow services to close real estate transactions. We do that throughout the state, predominantly in Maricopa and Pinal County, the Phoenix metro area, also a fair amount up in northern Arizona and Flagstaff. And it's been an interesting ride through the recession and then through this last run in the economic cycle and what we've seen in terms of growth and expansion in Phoenix. But we have a great group today. We've grown to be north of 100 people today, and our success is 100% about who they are and how committed they are to providing really high levels of service to our customers and building and maintaining great relationships in the community. So very proud of our guys, and look forward to the future for what Clear Title can do, not just as a title company, but really as a citizen in the community. A corporate citizen, I guess you might say. But and our work with Valleywise is certainly part of that. So we're very proud of that as well.
No, absolutely. I think that it when you get down to it, we really are like no matter where we fit in specifically as far as being part of the community, we all kind of like interweave with one another, and the more that we support each other, I feel like the more all of us are going to benefit. And that's another one of the reasons why I think it's so amazing that you, Bart, and everyone at Clear Title are joining us and rising for Valleywise. Now, with that being said, I want to talk a little bit more specifically about Valleywise. And I don't know if you can speak up on why you think it's important for our listeners to support something like public teaching as far as like healthcare systems as well.
Sure. I mean, and to your point, it is all interdependent, right? I mean, we
Hmm.
all like to think we can do it alone, but the reality is we're all very much dependent upon one another. And Valleywise plays a huge role in that in this community and has for well over a century. Previously known as Maricopa and the county hospital, and rebranded to be called Valleywise today. But I mean, look, when it comes to teaching, I couldn't be a bigger advocate of that on all fronts. And in the world of healthcare, a lot of what we see is reactive kind of medicinal care instead of preventative health care. And Valleywise has done a lot to try to push forward their efforts and the ball on preventative care. Their work in terms of graduate medical education, teaching, being the only public teaching hospital in the state and doing, I think, the vast majority of that work to graduate physicians, doctors, even nurses. A lot of the nursing programs come through there. And it's just an excellent training ground because they get to see, candidly, some of the community's sickest patients. And it does provide a really great environment by which for them to train. And I used to say this a lot when I sat on the board with Valleywise for years, but the economic engine that this hospital system provides the state of Arizona is just it's enormous. I mean, it's the number of doctors they graduate, I believe, is around 400 a year that come through graduate medical education. And with the shortage that's out there today, I think in general there's about a 20 to 25% shortage in Arizona and across the country of skilled healthcare workers and physicians. And keeping those people here locally, them coming out of the GME programs at Valleywise, and then the economic output that they provide to stay in Arizona and practice, it's huge. I mean, basically, we're generating just through the teaching aspect of the hospital the equivalent of about a Super Bowl every year.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, and that's not something that's widely understood or known, but it is very much a reason to support this hospital. I mean, if for no other reason, the economic impact is huge.
That it's really interesting how when you make the comparison and you use analogies like with the big game, it's just like, okay, it's so much in context. And I mean, yeah, it's a testament to how important it is for us to invest in our community, because that's the way that I've always looked at it when it comes to us working with Valleywise and helping rise with Valleywise. Is it's really just putting back into us, right? If we can ensure our own health and we can ensure the education of those who are supposed to provide healthcare for us, and that's just ensuring a better future for literally all of us.
That's right. Especially, I mean, you see the labor shortage that's going on today throughout the economy, but that there's been a shortage of that in healthcare for a long time, and Valleywise is doing uh, really noble work to fill that gap. So, yeah, it's a very important part of the healthcare landscape in Arizona for sure.
It is. And that's why, again, it's a really amazing honor to be speaking with you. It's really appreciated for you to be sponsoring this Hour for Rise for Valleywise. I do know that if you are listening right now and you would like to contribute, we greatly appreciate that. You can text all in AZ, that's all one word, ALLINAZ, and you can text that keyword into 91999. Or if you'd like to call, you can call 623 900 7777, and you can make your donation there. Bart, I wanted to thank you so much for sharing your time with us. And if you can give a thanks to everybody over at Clear Title on behalf of us, I know that we'd really appreciate that.
We sure will. Thanks for having us, and we really hope others will call in this morning and donate. Appreciate the support. Go Valleywise.